Well, the world's biggest braai is firing up out in Pretoria, where over 2,500 South Africans have gathered.
Pause. Are we forgetting who we are as a country? Are we forgetting where we come from? What is this I hear about Heritage Day being changed to a National Braai Day?
Man, shut your...
Yeah, boy. What is this abomination? Check me out, yeah? And I may be wrong. You gotta take whatever I say at face value, accept what you want to accept, but I'm telling you now, you're gonna reject a lot of things I'm gonna say, and this is not gonna be the first time. Okay, I feel like I should just continue on why I'm even making this video in the first place. Okay, you know, I was under the impression that the Heritage Day was a very, very, very symbolic. You know what I'm saying? I was under the impression that it was a very, like, it was one of those days that like represent something powerful in our history. Okay, to be honest, I thought it had something spiritual to do with it. So I thought it was one of those days that you can't mess with, one of those days that you can't disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, if you think about our history and not just the apartheid, but Heritage Day, it was basically, well, first observed after apartheid as a national public holiday. You know what I'm saying? Its purpose, its mandate, that's a new word I learned, its mandate, it's supposed to, I think, I'm just joking. Its purpose was to celebrate South Africa's many cultures, traditions and histories, basically to encourage people to remember where they come from and to share their heritage. Now, what's this I hear about it changing to a National Braai Day? I was on the news on the Heritage Day, you know what I'm talking about, on the same Heritage Day, and I saw something about how 2,500 people were on some, I think was a stadium, trying to set a new Guinness World Record for the most braai, I don't know, for the largest braai or something like that. And you may question it and think, okay, whoa, I may not understand what is going on as an individual. If this thing, these rumors, I'll say rumors, or maybe it's already out there, I didn't do my research to be age of these rumors of how Heritage Day is going to be changed to a National Braai Day. But I can already tell there's a whole lot of BS and disrespect that comes with it. I mean, who's going to benefit from this thing? You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna, it might not be as deep as I'm making it, but who's gonna benefit from it, bro? It's almost as if they're trying to dilute, they're trying to confuse, to distract us on purpose, bro. That's like cultural engineering. It's cultural engineering. I said it before, bro. That's like taking a bunch of South Africans, putting them in a spot, and then bringing in other national or other nationalities to procreate with these individuals, so much so that their history, their identity is diluted, leading to this identity crisis or some shit. It's almost as if they're trying to do that, bro. Nah, bro, we're just trying to break the Guinness World Record for the most part. Nah, bro. How long is this gonna go for? How long are South Africans gonna continue disrespect? I'm not saying, yo, let's go back and let's live like in rural areas, bro. Like, if you go to rural areas, people don't live how they used to be. You know, it's life. Humans evolve, modernize, like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, we evolve as human beings and things are gonna change, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Things are gonna change, obviously, but like, how long is this shit gonna go on for? How long until we lose the historical memories and nuances? How long until we experience a cultural homogenization and exclusion? How long, bro? Think about comedy. Is it just for commodification and commercialization? Is it commercialization? There's a big words, huh? Is it just for cash, or is it benefiting? Who's benefiting from this? You gotta understand that everything that happens doesn't happen by mistake. That's honestly what I believe, and I feel like it's the truth. How long, bro? Is this just another distraction? Is this, bro? I'm sorry, bro. It's not that deep. I get it. It's not that deep, but like, why change such a? Bro. Like, it's very symbolic. It's one of those days, like Heritage Day. You know, two things make up a part of us. They are part of us. National Braai Day. National Braai. I got nothing against the braai. I love braai, fleece, you know what I'm saying? But like, y'all are messing with forces you don't understand. But like, I just feel like, yeah, on the surface it may not be like, if you think about how the Heritage Day was actually manufactured by individuals, you know what I'm talking about? It's not like a deity or a being came down and like, I need you to observe this day. It's not the Sabbath, you know what I'm saying? But like, bro, if we forget where we come from, if we forget our cultures, then where do you think we're going as a country? I feel like this is something the elites are doing on purpose. Maybe there's something about identity. We're messing with forces that we don't understand. Speaking of forces, former President Peter Mutharika of Malawi just won the presidential election that was held on the 16th of September 2025. He got 56.8% of the votes. I think, yeah, more than the opposition. I don't want to say his name here. I feel like I'm going to disrespect somebody.
Brother, who cares?
But this comes after, like, if you're not going to do your job, then people is going to get pissed, right? And I feel like this is going to happen with Cyril Ramaphosa. Like, everybody's so pissed, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to say everybody's waking up. I just feel like people were just stubborn. You know what I'm saying? People are just stubborn. They didn't want to see what's happening. But I feel like now that the pressure is heating up. Now that the pressure is heating up, individuals are now looking for a scapegoat, something to blame. And they may be right. But it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? His win comes after the economic hardships that they've been facing Malawi, failure to deliver promises, service delivery, corruption, and all these things. It just makes me wonder if this is going to change again, because if you think about Peter's history, he is a former president, right? And I don't know much about Malawi and how stuff is working there, but I doubt he did anything different. I think people is just losing hope, and like they're just trying to compare who, you know what I'm saying? Like, but like I don't want to say a lot of stuff because I don't know the condition right there. But like, if everything goes well, we always gotta assume that and pray that stuff do go well at the end of the day. But like, if everything goes well, this will serve as a demographic example for South Africa. Should things improve? If everything goes well, let's hope that this stabilizes and improves Malawi economically. Trade across borders, bringing about Ibrahim Traore and Julius Malema's broader vision. I don't know why I said broader, but bring the vision, better diplomatic relations, allowing us to cooperate, an interesting future. Imagine we're Malawi in South Africa and everybody who's part of it can just like cooperate, imagine we get to a point where we don't need I'm so for this vision, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine a world where Africa doesn't have to depend on anybody but itself, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's I guess this is another step, I guess. I don't know, bro. Speaking of a future we could look forward to, bro, I'm just like wondering where our football, our future in football is going as a country. I'm just wondering if this next generation that's in play is gonna be it's gonna bring about the pride in sports again, especially in football. I'm talking about. I mean, look at this, bro. If you think of Amachita and what they just did, bro. The Amachimbos, not Amachita, the Amachimbos. I got that wrong. I butchered it. I don't really care. They thrashed Angola, cementing their place at the 2026 Total Energies Under 17 AFCON. So they basically won the COSAFA Under 17 Cup. These boys, bro. I'm just like, yo. If we can find a way to invest more into this next generation that's coming through, right? This is nothing to do anything, but if we can just invest into this next generation of ballers, transition them properly from that level to opens, I feel like it's going to be a very interesting future for South Africa, especially in football. But like, who knows? Things is just happening. Things is weird in this world, but not as weird as the next video. Stay tuned.